Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast In Shape to Grow, the podcast for entrepreneurs and coaches who want to put their health first. In this episode, the last one of the first season of the podcast, I'm very happy to introduce you to the career, the routine of Ilham Chabi. Ilham is a real estate broker, but she has a very inspiring career, especially about the balance she found between her professional life and her personal life. This interview is very important for me because this is the last one of the first season with this format of interviews, and Ilham is sharing with us very interesting keys about global health. It's not just running and eating salad, but it's going beyond the basics that probably a lot of you already knows. So it's a very interesting conversation I had with Ilham, and I hope again that this conversation will inspire you to put your health first. Maybe with some tips that Ilham is sharing with us today, or maybe with something that will inspire you to change something in your daily activities. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them directly, and before the next season, make sure you put your health first. Take care. So, hello, Ilham. How are you today?
Doing fantastic. It's a little bit raining in Ottawa, but it has been a very good day and it's very positive.
Yeah, and very good day, very good week for you. And you're a very busy mom. So thank you very much for accepting this interview. I'm very happy to have you as my last guest for this first season of my podcast. So to really inspire any kind of entrepreneur who have a busy life and wants to share a little bit of their stories. So are you okay if we start with a little bit of your career and life?
Absolutely. So I'll talk a little bit about me, about Ilham Chabi. So my name is Ilham Chabi. I'm originally from Morocco. I moved to Canada at a young age, I would say in the mid-90s. I studied here. I went to university. I did business management.
Exactly. And this was one of my first questions for you, because, you know, I'm from Belgium and my kids are already half Moroccan, half Belgian. And my little daughter just moved when she was 5.
Yeah.
So as a woman today, how is important for you to have this two culture as an entrepreneur, having this first part of your life in Morocco and now having this life and experience in Canada? How these two are important for you?
It's beautiful because when we came to Canada, we embraced the Canadian culture. And it's very important to have that open mind. People need to adapt. People need to take the best of both cultures. I still keep things that I'm very proud of from my origin, which is hospitality, which is being generous with people. We're very welcoming people. We're very family oriented. And these values or these characteristics that we grow up with is very important for me, and to inject that in my kids as well. And the Canadian culture, the beauty of it, we are a very diverse community. We meet people from Belgium, from India, from China. People here are very open mind. The integration, personally, for me, was a very smooth integration. I came in, first thing obviously is the language. You speak a different language. That usually is the biggest challenge, but for younger kids, I think is more challenging. Not more challenging, easier. than
Yeah,
older
easier.
people that immigrate to Canada. You make friends. The weather could be the biggest shock for people that comes from a warm country to a colder country. But guess what? Hey, if you adapt, you make friends, you meet people. I think that only can be a plus to your personality.
And do you think, as a woman, of course, today you can have this wisdom, but did you feel this way when you were a teenager and younger, or is it always like some kind of mixture?
You know what? Very great question. At first, I remember when I arrived to Canada, it was the first day of Halloween. Okay. And obviously, in Morocco, we didn't celebrate Halloween. Now you see it more often, right?
Right.
And I remember we were walking outside, and I would see like people dressed like in zombies, or I would see like weird stuff, and it was like, oh my God, like people here are crazy. Like I was so scared,
Of course.
and I didn't understand what's going on. But eventually, with time, these things become exciting, and this is the role of parents. I think my parents did a very good job into helping me to integrate in this culture. And a few months later, you go to school, you start school, you make friends. That's it. You just find integration very smooth. But I would go back to the foundation, which is the family. Their direction, their orientations can make the transition easier, smoother, or not, or the opposite. Yeah. So I was lucky enough that I had a smoother integration.
Yes, and this is because of your parents who try to keep a part of your culture and let you be a part of this new culture. And I can see the same thing for my wife, whose parents came in Belgium a little bit before she was born. So I think it's really rich. Me being born in Belgium and raised in Belgium with one culture, but today with a multicultural family, it's very rich, and for the kids, it's very interesting to have this
absolutely
open-minded, as you mentioned here in Canada.
Because it helps you as you grow, and I think that who I am today, I'm very thankful and grateful for my experience that I had in the past, for learning the best of both cultures. I think this is something that I'm very proud of, and I'm always grateful for it.
Yeah. So as an entrepreneur, I think it's a quality of having these two culture.
Absolutely. So if I'll just go back a little bit to a little bit about me, as I said. Sure. So after my education, I worked with the government, and then I worked for a long time with a private company.
Yes.
And that company had taught me a lot, okay? Because their philosophy, people comes first. And it doesn't matter their background, their culture, their skin color. Okay, it's a company that really focus on work ethic, performance. Okay, and you learn even more and more how to embrace other cultures. So I have done that job for over 17 years.
17 years, yeah.
And it was great because you get to meet people from all over the world. I worked more in sales and operation. And when I got married, it just happened that I met my husband, that he's from Morocco as well. And he also come from, I would say, a family that's also had a lot of culture in it. And once we got married, that's when I started thinking about a career switch, because my previous job, I used to travel a lot. Sure. And I didn't mind that, but at certain points, you're looking for stability, you're looking for something more in Ottawa. So I chose real estate, because of my background, my education, and the 17 years that I had done in sales and operation. And I wanted something that I have my own business, run my own business, but at the same time work with people. because that's something I grew up in. That's something I enjoy doing. And to answer your question, it's because of this path in my life as an entrepreneur today had helped me a lot in many ways to work with different kind of people, and it's very, very important in my day-to-day.
Yeah, to understand people and to be in their mind, maybe, especially, and we will talk about your business today, especially for houses and to choose the houses, and depending on the different culture, it's very important. And yes, in 2006, I saw that you bought your first house, the beginning of a new love story with the market. And in 2014, you started your real estate company, and in 2020 you started full-time, and on this year you were awarded of the Rookie of the Year on the market. So we see that after these years as a general manager for the retail, you had a lot of skills to switch to this new job. So my second question will be, what is so special about houses for you? Why is it? Of course, there's this career mindset with the investment and with because houses is important, but I think there's something more for you. As I saw on your website, is some relationship you have with houses.
It's, you know what, it has to do when somebody come. I remember my first experience when I bought a house. It was filled with excitement, joy, nervous, anxious. This is a big decision, right?
Yes, right.
And when somebody comes and put trust in you, okay, when they say, hey, we need your help. Buying a house is not something they're going to buy for $5. Some people save all of their money. It's their hard work. It is some people is their, where their kids going to grow. So you become part of their journey. You impact people's life. Mm-hmm. And I took that to heart. That's why when I go with clients or when I meet people, first thing I do, I don't just go ahead from day one to go and start looking for houses. I like to understand them. What are they looking for? What's very important for them? What is their budget? What is going to impact their life? And that's where we started that relationship. And what becomes important for them, it becomes important for me.
For you. So it's more than the house. It's the whole story around the house that
absolutely
that you connected with.
Absolutely, because these people create memories. They have their let's say Christmas dinner, they have their Eid gathering, they have their friends celebration, birthdays, parties, they have happy moments and sad moments, and impacting their life. And I like always to impact their life in a positive one. So to me, I take it to heart.
Yes.
And I become, when I search for a house for clients, I'm looking for a house for me. So their criteria becomes my criteria.
Wow. It's very impressive. I never saw your job in this way. And as a health expert, I know how important house is to feel safe, and feeling safe, feeling well, feeling when you come back from work and you have a lot of worries, and you need to feel really relaxed in your house. You need to feel really great to have a good sleep and be ready for the next day. So of course there's all these memories, but also all this stability with the house you like, the house you feel great in.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why, as I said, it's not about buying a house for a consumer or for a client. It's about creating a journey, impacting their life. And when you do the job right, and when you do the search right, and when you understand them right, you impact them in a positive way. Yeah. Because they're sleeping happy, you get to sleep happy.
Exactly.
The difference.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, and you know what? Just you had mentioned a few things. When I started my real estate career, I still kept my other job because I didn't want to get into something new and helping clients without having enough knowledge. So I took few years to educate myself on the housing, not just to come, okay, I'm looking for a house. Well, let me show you a house. No, product knowledge is a key. Yeah. And when we're talking about product knowledge, if I have a client sometimes that come from hot countries, they don't understand the climate change. They don't understand that in Canada, there could be cracks inside their foundation. They don't understand the maintenance that they have to do in the fall season or in the spring season. And if I don't educate those clients, if I don't know them myself, if I didn't educate myself, if I didn't have the product knowledge, how could I educate those people? So it's very, very important.
Very, very important. And at least with these years of expertise, you could feel more comfortable with the knowledge and with the market, and at least being not in a hurry to make numbers and do good because you had your first job aside.
Exactly. And you know what? It's not just that. In my other job, I'm a performer. So in my previous job, I used to be, well, on a regular basic, top sales in sales and operation across Canada and often international. So in that, as I said, when I go back to that experience that I had or the educational background that I had, it has to, the secret to it, again, is the product knowledge.
Yes.
And when you care. So when I decided the shift, it was not more about a job. It was running a business that the goal from it, in order to be successful, is to be authentic, is to be genuine, is to be honest, and to offer something different than other real estate people. We are, I think, over 4,000 real estate people in Ottawa, and people do not realize that.
4,000.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing to have your values and your authenticity with all this market, because it could be stressful or anxious having all these concurrent, but you do good by respecting your values and your authenticity.
And that's what, to be honest, made me, and I consider myself as a real estate broker, because even when I got my real estate license, I still kept the education going. I got the broker license. I won, as you had mentioned, not just this year, previously, Rookie of the Year. I had won the top 6% real estate people. Yep. Last year, I was top 3%.
3%, yeah.
And these awards, it's not my motivation. These awards comes as a result of the hard work and the treating clients differently and relieving stress on their shoulder. Because if you do your job right, you're actually removing stress from somebody else's life.
Yes, right.
And I think that's very important.
That's important. It's inspiring today that in 2022, with all the things we can hear or all the stress we can feel, that to talk for me with someone who can have a family, keep their values and have success, because of course success comes from hard work, but when you have values and authenticity and all these stories that you are sharing with us is very inspiring. So in 2022 you had this award with your job, but last month you started the Moroccan Association of Ottawa and Gatineau. So my question is why did you start an association, knowing that you have a family, you have a life, you have a very busy schedule with your work as a real estate broker? So that's not because you were getting bored during your week.
Absolutely not.
And it's a new journey, it's a new challenge. So what is the motivations, and probably linked to my first questions about culture and exchange and having this rich knowledge or community around you, but why did you study this association?
Another great question, because you touched my heart this time. That's something that it was a dream since, I would say the idea came to my mind since 2018, 2019.
Okay.
Our community in Ottawa was small, but I saw that it started to grow. And we didn't have something really realistic or tangible, and and the nature of my job, I meet a lot of people. Among those people, newcomers. And I work also with other people from different backgrounds. Mm-hmm. And most of the people I work with, they had their associations, they had their groups, they had their events, they had things that they are that they get to share their culture with others, not just themselves, but Canadians or people mm-hmm. from other backgrounds. And I was like, wow, our community is growing. A lot of newcomers comes in, and some people need some kind of guidance, some orientations. Why can't we? It started with a question. Why can't we do something to bring the Moroccan community even closer and to help them, especially the newcomers, to integrate with the Canadian in a smoother way and give them some guidance? So it started with a question, it started with a desire. And I wanted this to put it into place as of 2020, but then COVID hit. So obviously things slowed down. There was a big lockdown, but I still had the idea at the back of my mind and inside my heart, because I kept meeting more and more and more people. And our community honestly grew a lot. And towards this year, I met so many ambitious people. Some have been in the country for many years, and some they were new, either 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. And I told them, hey, like, this is the idea. And people really were excited, were motivated. We got an amazing support. And that's when we decided to launch the Moroccan Association of Ottawa and Gatineau. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's a commitment, but I'm very happy to do it, because I always say what comes from the heart goes to the heart. This is coming from my heart and the people that I work with in the association. We have amazing members, different talents, different field. Everybody works as a full-time, but everybody is willing to put in their efforts, their time, their energy, their experience, knowledge, to contribute to our community and make it a better and a bigger one.
Yes, and it's very important what you just said, because we're talking about the importance of houses and feeling safe, but the community is very important also, especially after these 2 last years, and volunteering also is very important. So all these subjects we are talking about are very important for the health, and this podcast is bringing a broader view of being healthy. And as I mentioned, you are a mother, you are a woman, you have a life, you have now this association. So all this information, all these pieces of the puzzle of your health are very inspiring. So for the next part of this interview, Ilham, I try to pronounce your first name.
You're doing great.
I'm always saying, no, that's not
exactly. I'll tell you a secret. You know what's the meaning of Ilham?
No.
It means inspiration.
Okay.
You see?
Nice. Excellent. I hope it's going to help me to pronounce it correctly. So what do you do in your daily schedule, agenda, to feel energized? Because we know that working with people, it's a lot harder than working with computer. Even if it's better for our health, it takes a lot of energy. You said it's from heart to heart. You're taking the stress off the shoulders of your clients, but it takes a lot of your energy. And you don't have, you have 2 young boys, so you need to have energy for the family at the end of the day. So the few times I saw you, I see a woman with a lot of energy, with a big smile, and with this new project, it's a lot of commitment, as you mentioned. So what is your secrets or your routine as a woman, as an entrepreneur, to feel energized, to feel happy every day?
So my energy comes from the desire in doing well.
Wow.
I look at things the positive way. I'm not going to say I'm always positive. I'm not going to tell you that I don't have stressful moments. But my philosophy in life, nothing is impossible, or there is no such a thing. There is no solution. Everything has a solution. And whatever you do, as long as you do it from your heart, you're going to be happy, you're going to contribute. The other secret that I have, to be honest, is the support of my family.
Mm-hmm.
So if we take an example, when we talk about the launch of Moroccan Association, we did a launch, and I think it was a very successful one. Again, I'm very thankful for the team members that we have with us. Everybody worked really hard. But that day, we worked really hard physically,
mm-hmm.
but I left home happy because I saw my kids playing with other kids happy. I saw the smile in many people's face. My husband was able to communicate and meet other people and exchange ideas. It was a working day that you didn't have to work. Like, we were working, but the day just passed by so fast.
So fast.
So that gave me another energy and another boost. My day today, obviously, as a real estate person, as a real estate broker, I can't tell you I have a set schedule. I go to the office 9 to 5. I'll be lying to you. Our schedule, for example, this morning I might have a free day, but then something comes up and there's an offer, there's a counter offer. You have to be on the phone with the client. Sometimes if it's a commercial property, with the lawyers. So we get unexpected time and moments, but a healthy heart, a healthy person that looks at the life in a positive way, your life becomes healthier, and you learn how to manage that stress. I go to the gym. I find time to the gym, so I make sure that 3 to 4 times a week.
3 to 4 times.
Me time.
Congratulations.
Yes, that is my me time, right?
Yeah.
So I may not have a set schedule at 9 in the morning, but I know, okay, this week I look at what's happening in my day, either in the morning, either at the end of the night. I do swimming as well, and that's something that's very important.
So you do schedule in the morning your time. So you said, okay, by 2 p.m. I will go to the gym because I have a spot there.
And not exactly. So if I go, okay, Tuesday, my schedule this week, I need to go to the gym 4 days. Okay, so it has to be 4 days in a week. If I can go Monday, I look at in the morning what I have. I have a free morning. I start with the gym before I go to the office.
Mm-hmm.
If I have a morning that is busy, and often sometimes I may finish at 6, sometimes I may finish at 9. If I finish at 9 and I'm tired, no. You
don't put pressure on yourself.
No,
you
no,
can't. Okay.
No. And when I go to the gym, I'm not going in the mindset, no, I want to have the best body shape. I want to have muscles.
That was my question. So
yes.
What's your mindset when you reach to the gym?
I go to the gym and I look at how I feel that day. If I'm exhausted, I go swim.
Nice.
Because that doesn't take a lot of effort from my body, and it just gives me a refreshing and relaxing, and it helps my mind and my brain to set. If I feel that, okay, you know what, I have more time and I have energy, or in the morning, then I do a workout. So I do walking, running, a few weight lift. Like, I don't do heavy stuff. The gym, to me, the way I look at it, is to help me focus, re-energize, not to go and heavy weight and
which is good too, but what's important for me when I hear your story is that you find your way of staying in shape and freeing your mind of
Exactly.
too much mental work, because we need to be a little bit physically tired to have a good night and refresh your mind. So yes, it's perfect as a motivation. It's perfect.
Absolutely. And you know what? And often I may go, you know what, this week I feel like I need to see my friends, and maybe we go for a coffee, relax and chill. And I come back with a different positive energy. Just listen to your body is the key, or I would say is the secret.
That's the secret.
Yes. Listen to your body, find time for you, me time, my me time.
Your me time. But where is it from? Did you learn it from someone, or is it something you have like spontaneously?
Look, I'm a little bit of workaholic person.
I know, I see that.
I was younger. So when I used to be a student, I always used to have 2-3 jobs. And I would still like either run or go to the gym or bike. It's just a routine that I grew up with, or I created. Again, when I was younger, I had people from different cultures. My friends used to love biking, so I used to love biking as well. I would bike with them. Sometimes, okay, guys, let's go for a coffee. So it's just something that I grew up with. And I adopted that as a habit. And even if you don't have it, you can do it. You just have to say, you know what? I don't need to change the world. I don't need to change my whole life schedule. I just need to find my me time. Yes. Because it is very important.
Yeah, and you mentioned it a few times today during this interview. You're following your heart. You're following your heart for your clients, but you're following your heart for yourself too. And you feel that if you feel that you have enough energy to work out, but you work out a little bit harder because you know it's good for you, and you had these habits and you have this discipline. But again, if you feel tired or if you don't have time, you will do something else. It's very important. It's very inspiring, for people who are listening to us, because that's something I try to share a lot with my clients. And either we have the lazy ones who need a lot of information, a lot of motivations to take care of themselves. Either we have the opposite, the person you could have become, which is working and working out until you don't have any energy for anyone's and not for you.
And it does lead to burnout. If people do those too extreme, it would lead to a burning out.
Yes, exactly. And you find did you, at one moment of your life, did you reach the edge of this direction, or did you always find this balance?
You know what? I think at certain points in my life when I decided to do a career switch, it was very hard because I loved my previous job. Mm-hmm. I was good at it. I had some amazing results. And when I decided to switch to real estate, obviously it took a couple of years of study, and then it took, a product knowledge work. And at a certain point, I was doing 2 jobs. So doing the real estate and doing my previous job, and I did not find my me time. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I remember I was like, okay, things have changed. My lifestyle have changed. I don't have a balance. So I need to take a decision. I can't keep doing this for a long time. I need to take a decision. And it's okay to listen. It's okay to sit down. It's okay to take a decision. Mm-hmm. But take a decision when you think. So sit down or communicate with people that you trust. And once I took that decision and I shifted the focus on only one orientation, then your life becomes better.
Wow, congratulations, Ilham, because it's one of the biggest lesson I try to share, or at least not lesson, but a secret or insight I try to teach to my clients, because we need to, as you mentioned, take decision, and it's fine with that. But of course, decision for your health, it's one of the best ones to make. And at that time, when you need to take the decision, either I guess you were staying on the previous job and you forget about this new career, even if you spend a lot of time on it. Either you switch completely and you said, okay, that's a new life, a new challenge. And I guess that this new challenge was sufficient to motivate you, and you did good, because you had awards, you had recognition, you had success with your value, with your heart, without changing the vibration. Because talking about health, you're always following your heart, and it means that at the end of the day, if you follow your heart and you do put action on this plan, it's enough. I mean, we don't need to exhaust ourselves to very hard discipline. Of course, we need discipline, but you don't need to be a professional yogi or a professional CrossFitter to find the balance. And you seems to have found this balance between your personal life and your professional life. So outside the connection with your family, your community, your friends, your workout, so do you do other things for your health? What about food? Are you following your heart also for the food?
Food, I'm a little bit picky. Food, look, I kind of try to eat everything, but with balance. Okay, so I don't overdo it. If I feel like I want to eat a macaroni today, I'm going to eat it, but I'm not going to start my day with heavy bread and heavy food and heavy lunch and end it with a heavy macaroni. It has to have a balance. And it's very important. Coffee, I don't know if it's healthy or not, but coffee is my best friend. And water as well is my best friend. So wherever you go, you're going to see me. I drink a lot of water.
Perfect.
So if I have 2 cups of coffee a day, I have 2 bottles of water. So just that create that balance.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's food. I mean, from my culture, I'm not going to tell you, Moroccan cuisine is very good. It's delicious. I don't cook all the time.
Very good.
Yes, I don't cook all the time, but I love, there's one day I feel like I'm eating burgers with my kids. Yes, it's fine. We're going to go and eat burgers, but let's make sure that my day is not a heavy meal. So I don't feel like I can't breathe. I can't walk. Timing is key as well. Like if I'm working during the day and things are, my last meal, it's usually 6:37.
Wow. So you have a lot of very important key element for your health. So do you take always the time to eat? Because as I mentioned, you have a very hard worker mindset. So are you taking the time as you take
breakfast for me? Yeah, breakfast for me is a must. Lunch, often I skip it, but I have small snacks. Like nuts or like some fruit, and at night dinner is a must, and an early dinner, not a late dinner, except if it's the weekend. I mean, we stay up late, then it's okay, then we end up having a late dinner, or if we're away traveling, it's okay. I can't tell you I say no is a no, no, they depending on the day, but usually I watch to make sure that I'm not eating everything heavy throughout the day.
So you enjoy cooking too?
Absolutely.
And you take this cooking time also as a way of relaxing, or?
When I cook, I cook it from my heart. So I go to the kitchen. I don't have a plan set. I go, okay, what are we doing today? Or if I have friends over, I make sure that I'm actually taking the time for that time. I buy my own groceries, what I want to cook. I prepare everything in advance. And when I'm doing it, I'm enjoying it. If I don't have time, I don't do it. I don't cook. Because it becomes stressful. And if it becomes stressful, it's not going to end up being good, and I'm not going to enjoy it. So if I don't have time, it's okay not to do it. Why do it? Stress. Just don't do it. And that's it.
If one day, Ilham, you want to change career and become a health coach, I think you have the expertise and the wisdom for that. So congratulations. It's awesome, because it's my last interview on this format for my podcast. And you summarize a lot of things I try to share and bring to the community, or my clients, or the people who's listening to us. So that's very inspiring. Thank you for being so spontaneous with your heart. And it's very inspiring because, today we think that talking about our heart and following our heart, it's a little bit selfish, or it doesn't work anymore. But no, you can be successful because you need numbers, you need results on your career, and you have 2 boys. Of course, you need to be a mom and present and everything. But also, you can learn to listen to your heart in all these situations and find the balance. The balance is very important today. So what would be, when you feel that you go too far, maybe it doesn't arrive anymore, but if it does, what is your symptoms you feel, and you said, there you went a little bit too far, so slow down? Do you feel it sometimes?
Oh yeah, it does. Like I just came back from a small vacation. So we didn't talk about travel, but that's something I really enjoy to do. And that just gives me extra energy. And it's very important. Please, people, take the time to travel. Even if you go 30 minutes away from the city, do it. Is really important for you, for your kids, for your family. If you don't have kids and family, it's okay to do it alone. It's okay to do it with your friends. I remember when I didn't have kids and family, when I'm tired, I used to go by myself to watch a movie. And sometimes people's like, you're going alone to the movie? Yes, that was my me time, my relaxation time. So traveling to me is my getaway, even if it's a day, 2, 3 days. So we just took a mini, I don't want to call it vacation, long weekend, mini trip. Me and my kids, we just got back from Niagara, went to the States. We had so much fun, but I came back to a busy, heavy schedule. And my schedule goes according to my clients. Especially in real estate. I mean, if somebody wants to see a house at 7 p.m., I will not tell them, well, no, I can't, right? If they want to make an offer last minute, I can't say no. I have to be flexible. This is my commitments that I made to my clients, and I have to be there for them. So I came to a very heavy schedule. And since I got back, my days has been hectic, and I'm going to use this word. I would start early and I'm finishing late. Like yesterday, I finished very, very late. And I got home tired. I didn't have time to go to the gym, but I was like, I'm going to take a bath, a relaxing bath. I don't have time to go to the gym. So I took a relaxing bath and I slept, because sleeping to me is my other therapy. If you can't do something, try to think about what you can do to help your body. Your body needs it. Your soul needs it. Your kids needs to see you in the morning relaxed. So I did that in the morning. I woke up with a lot of energy. I woke up happy. I woke up early, so I gave my kids their time, their breakfast. I took them to their summer camp, and I took off with my day to work. So yes, there are days that I feel like, wow.
And what's your symptoms? Or you feel that you went a little bit too far?
When your body feels exhausted.
Yeah.
When my brain can't function, or I can't talk. Like it gets to a time I can't talk, right?
Not fluid anymore. You lost your balance.
Your brain is full that you can't think and you can't talk. So that's when you go, you know what? I need to do something. Again, even if I just to go and sit in the living room and listen to music, that's okay. You don't have to create something out of the ordinary to say, well, I did something. No, with what you have, and during that time that your body needs it.
Wow. It's interesting you were talking about sleeping, because it's something I'm working as a coach for 22 years now, and this is the thing that has changed the most for the last 10 years is the quality of our sleep, because of smartphone, screen, busy schedule, and busy mind that can't relax at night. And taking a bath is probably a very good idea to calm down the mind. And as you mentioned, if you don't have a bath, but of course you can listen to music in the dark and just enjoy something different, something new, and just relax and not going crazy on the next Netflix. I shouldn't pronounce it, but any television program. There are a lot of good programs, but it doesn't relax your mind as a bath or music or a nice book would do, of course.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? Sometimes, often, if you're tired, I don't think it's healthy to open your laptop or your phone, because sometimes you read bad news.
Of course. Yeah.
You see things that's gonna stress you out. You know, sometimes
or frustration.
You know yeah. Avoid that. When you're tired, avoid it.
Yeah.
You know, it's you can do it.
Exactly. And it's not because you don't see what's on the social media for 2 days that the world is going to stop turning. But for you, it may be the next or the first switch to feel again yourself, your balance, and what you need.
Exactly. And you know what? Another advice that I could tell you, you know, in life, you're going to meet positive people and you're going to meet negative people. The negative one, if you could help them, and if you could spread some of your positive and you give it to them, great. But if you feel those people are sucking your energy and they're not changing and they're always negative, no matter what you do, just walk away and find a positive crowd. Mm-hmm. Find a positive group of friends.
A positive crowd. Yeah.
A positive crowd, let's say, that also can make a big difference in people's life. Yeah.
It was my last question for you today, based on today's last 2 years. A lot of entrepreneurs may feel anxious, may feel stressed about the future. And we've learned, we've listened to a lot of your habits already about health. And again, you have a very balanced in terms of holistic and global health, very balanced habits and schedule. So what would be, you gave us a lot of tips already, but what would be your main advice for entrepreneurs who feel really anxious today, really stressed out based on the 2 last years, based on the economy? What would be your tips? Even if you said finding a great community, avoiding people with a very negative energy, because everyone has their own life and we need to make a choice, and that's okay. And I like when you said it's okay to make choices. And if someone is not helping you, or not helping you, but bringing, or if you can bring something positive to someone, it's maybe time to take some distance. So what would be your advice?
My advice, if you get to a state that you're not happy with your job, with your life, with your lifestyle, with your body, with your brain, with whatever you're not happy, find out why and what is not making you happy. If you find the source, you'll be able to cure it.
Yeah.
It's like when you go to see a doctor, you're going to say, I'm not feeling well. Well, he needs to find out what is causing you not feeling well. Like, where is the pain coming from? Once he finds out where is the issue, that is the first step to curing it. Mm-hmm. Then you'll cure it. So when you're not happy, it's okay to say, I'm not happy, and it's okay to admit it. But why? I'm not happy with my job. Okay, what is I'm not happy with what I do. There's the possible to change career. Just plan it and start doing and work towards it. Not say, I'm not happy, and you don't know why, or you're avoiding to admit why, and you're afraid to make the change. You know, find out why, be honest with yourself, and work towards the change. If I use an example of job, I'm not happy with my job today, and it could happen in a few years. I would not be happy with my job. Okay, that's a time for me to think about a career change. Mm-hmm. Then see what makes you happy. What is your passion? Prepare for it. Go study for it. And then progressively make the move. You're not going to change the world in 24 hours. You have to work progressively towards it in order to make it happen. So, and I think would be my biggest advice to anybody. Yes. If something bothers you today, if something makes you unhappy, regardless, find out what is it and think about how to cure it. And if you need to make a change, it doesn't matter, maybe a small change, do it. A small example I could give you, often I may go to my room and I don't like my room. Well, what I don't like about my room, maybe the bedding, maybe the color, maybe this. I would just go and make few decoration and wow, buy flowers. And then just bright up my room and makes my room a better or a happier place. Here you go. I made just small changes.
Small changes. And as you mentioned, for career change, it's not because you realize that you don't like your job anymore that you need to switch the next day, because of course that's not healthy to make big decision like this. Like for a house, you don't like your house anymore, you need to move. Of course, you're going to prepare it. And as you mentioned in your job, you don't want to go and visit the first 10 houses for clients like this, because you try to understand what are the needs of the person. And I like what you said as advice, asking the question, why am I stressed out, not happy, anxious, tired, and find out these introspections. Where is the things that doesn't give me joy and happiness, and start moving a little bit or small changes. And if you can find it, you can ask for help. But at least taking the first step is very important. And it's even more important because on the biology level, the most stressful situation is when you don't see any way out.
Exactly.
But even if the way out will change with time, as soon as your brain know that something can change and you're not stuck in your situation, it's a lot healthier. So thank you very much, Ilham, for your time in your busy schedule. I hope this interview was pleasant for you too. At least for me, it was very inspiring, and I'm very happy to have you in my podcast, and especially for this last episode. If people wants to know a little bit more about your job in Ottawa, so they can find you on your website and on your Facebook page, I will put all the informations on the descriptions of this interview. Also about the association. Do you want to share anything about where people can find you?
You just Google my name, Ilham Chabi. Very easy to find. If people would like any help, it doesn't matter. I'm always usually there to help, even if it's outside of real estate. By the way, I do a lot of volunteer work. I do help a lot of people on the side. I like to keep it on a quiet level. Like I don't talk a lot about it, but that's also something that I enjoy doing. Nice. It brings joy to my life. So everybody is welcome. Whoever needs any kind of information, if people want to study real estate, they want to know about it, I'll be more than happy to share inputs and give them some tips about it. If people would love to buy or sell their house, they're welcome to connect with me by phone, by email, WhatsApp, or Facebook. I'm always happy to help.
Wow.
And to end this, I really enjoyed this because I didn't feel it was like an interview. As I told you earlier, we're gonna have like a chit chat. Yeah, and I think it's the best approach to take it. I'm very spontaneous, and I don't like to prepare for things in advance. And I told you that, I like to go like
with the flow.
Exactly, go with the flow. And as I said before, what comes from the heart goes to the heart, and it's very important. So thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being with you today, and I hope that my small experience or my modest advice or tips that I shared with people would help them in any ways, even in the small ways. I hope to impact people in a positive way.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ilham. That's the aim of this podcast, and I will have more episodes for the second season with a little bit different format. But I really enjoy introducing as you mentioned, small tips and a part of the career of my guest. And today your story really touched my heart, and I really want to thank you for your time and for your authenticity and sharing all these feelings and routine, and really, I really appreciate it, and it inspired me a lot, even after 48 interviews. So thank you very much, Ilham. We'll see each other pretty soon, I'm sure. And for everyone who was listening to us, if you have any comments, questions, let us know on the comment of this interview, or you can contact Ilham directly. I will put all the details on the bottom of this and the description of this interview. And keep contact with the second season. We're going to talk about more subjects about health, global health, and how you can implement these healthy tips in any kind for your balanced life. So take care and see you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.